Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss, and today's bike vlog, I want to talk about, setting yourself up for success. Things you can add to your routine. Your schedule, made the schedule video before, is you setting up specific times you're going to hit your workouts. Well, adding things to your routine, little things, actually can help you make it easier to achieve your goals. What do I mean by that? Well, one thing that I started from the beginning of my weight loss journey was always having my workout clothes already set up. Now, I know that sounds silly, tedious, stuff like that, but you'd be surprised how easier it is to just not think about it. Just whenever you're going to start, boom, you're already changing into your uniform. It's the concept is like when you go to work. When I go to work, I put my uniform on ahead of time. I like to have time before I go and do anything. And it's that same concept that, before I go to work, I have my uniform set up, ironed, ready to go. Now, obviously, you don't need to iron your workout uniform. So I have that set up. I have the shoes, the socks, I have everything set up, ready to go. And that little aspect can really help you make a difference. You might wake up, you might go to start, you have that little inclination in your brain of, man, I don't know if I want to do this. And you're going to see your clothes, you're going to see it, you're going to get to that point where you don't even think about it. You're just putting it on. There's sometimes where I don't even think. I just get up and I just start putting on my workout shit, And I mean, when I say workout shit, it's just literally just some sweats, depending on the weather, some shorts, and a shirt I'm usually already wearing. So I really only have to set up pants, my shoes, and my socks. And I know it sounds silly, but implementing something like that can really help just keep you on track. Something else that I do is that I plan out my meals for the entire week. The only day that I don't have planned is usually like my cheat day and the day before. And the day before, I'll usually just use kind of whatever leftovers I have because I have more time. I usually don't have to go to work that day, so I have more time to worry about what I'm going to make. I work full time, so having meals set up, and I'm not saying I'm cooking most of those meals. Now, those meals I have to cook them before I eat them, the meat and stuff. But I mean, there are certain things you can cook beforehand, but I don't have the time to cook beforehand. So I set it up. I'll make some steaks. I'll take them out the night before, put them in water. I'll have the vegetables set. And I'll kind of know, like, okay, I'm gonna have steak with potatoes and asparagus. I'm gonna have ribs with carrots and rice. And I have all of that sectioned off, ready to go. A lot of it's not cooked, but the idea of knowing, oh, today I'm gonna have this, and I already have it. I have it in the fridge, I have it in the freezer, I have it ready to go. Things like that can really help you on your journey. And obviously, one thing that I've always harped on that I do is I don't buy things that I'm going to binge on, that I'm going to gorge on. I don't even buy little things. It was something that I learned early on about myself, is the lack of self-control I have with food. So setting yourself up for success means not just buying things for the house, like chips, donuts, candies, cakes, all of that stuff, sodas. Don't have any of that shit in the house during the week. If there are things that that are going to tempt you, don't buy it. It's easy to say, but not having that in. It's one thing to go to the store and be weak and buy something. It's another thing to have it in the shelf. Case in point, Sunday, well, I didn't buy it on Sunday, but I had like a lemon crunch cake left over from my cheat day. Never got to eat it. And I was like, oh, I'll save it. Maybe when I go to work or something, I'll fit it into my diet. Nah, I fucked that thing up before I even went to work. And I didn't achieve the goals the next day when I weighed myself that I wanted to because of that $250 calorie crumb cake. But it was fucking delicious. And I don't regret it. And I've tried, and I always reiterate that. Don't see cheating as a failure. Don't see stepping out on the diet as a failure. It's only a failure if you let it stop you. If you do it and then after that it's just floodgates open, you know? So I feel like that's one of my biggest aspects of this journey is that I don't buy those things. You know, and it's like, hey, but I want a snack. Fruits and vegetables. You know, for a while there, I was buying shit like rice cakes. Those chocolate chip rice cakes. You know, very low in calories and fat. But I realized, I was like, man, this shit has sugar. And it just had no nutritional value. And I've noticed there are some snacks like that. Where they're not terrible for you. They also don't give you anything. They don't do anything for you. So I think those are really good to start with. If you need something in the beginning to kind of mimic something sweet, you know, those rice cakes. And there are others. There's other kind of health food snacks that if you look into them, there's no vitamins, there's no minerals, there's nothing healthy about it, but there's nothing super bad about it. You know, something low calorie that can be kind of sweet, that can really help you on your journey. You know, me, I was thankful. I've always liked fruits. So kind of implementing, I want something sweet, I'll have an orange, I'll cut up a pineapple, I'll eat some peaches, you know. Having those options is one really secure way of keeping me in my path. You know, if you've seen my other videos, you know about the lines I used to save with Oreos. I didn't eat 3 Oreos, 4 Oreos. I used to eat a line of Oreos. And obviously that's not healthy. And I don't buy Oreos. You know, I am almost 2 years into my weight loss journey, almost 150 pounds lost. And I know that if I bought a pack of Oreos, it would last a day, 2 days. It doesn't matter how better my diet has gone. You put that food in front of me, I'm still gonna eat it. Now, what I've gotten better at is going to the store, seeing it, having things offered to me. I'm at work, I'm getting ready to leave. One of the front desk ladies has donuts. Oh, Brendan, would you like a donut? It's gotten so easy to say, oh, no, thank you. It just doesn't fit in the diet. That in itself is wonderful for me. Whereas before, forget about it. I would, can I have 2? You know, it's that kind of mind game aspect that you have to get to, you know? And I feel like not buying certain foods and then portion controlling those buying foods. You know, it's so much cheaper to buy just a big bag of rice. But rice was always something in my childhood, was always a staple, was always something where you could just, it was served to me, Puerto Rican household, you just get served a fucking giant plate of rice. So my brain was always, eating 2-3 cups of rice is sitting. I buy these minute rices now, and obviously it's gonna be more expensive, but it's just pre-packaged serving size of 1 cup. And by doing that, I feel like that alone has helped me maintain consistency. The potatoes I buy these little baby potatoes, and it comes with some bullshit sprinkled on, like not sprinkled on, but it's a packet. You heat them up, you add some butter, you sprinkle it on. The reason I buy that instead of buying like a bag of potatoes, which would be cheaper, is just because it's got the calories on it. Tells me if I eat this much, what the nutrients levels, what the fat, sugar content is gonna be. It even kind of tells me like, if you add this much butter, it's gonna make it this much more calories. So it's little things like that. You know, portion control buying might not be the most financially sustainable, but it can be just one tool you use on your journey. You know, these little things I'm telling you about, water. I feel like you need to be drinking a lot of water on your weight loss journey to really achieve high levels of goals, especially if you're burning a lot of calories and you don't want to consume a lot of calories. Adding in that water intake. So, you know, the other video, the water stations and shit, I have water by my bed. I've buy these 40 bottles, great value of water, 40 pack. And I'd be putting little waters everywhere. I put a water by my bed, put a water by the computer. And as soon as that water's finished, I try and make sure I have another water there. And it's the little things like that, adding to your routine, making it just a little bit easier for you to achieve your goal. Knowing, oh, that's already set up. I already know what I'm gonna have for dinner. We're creatures of habit. And the idea is to make your weight loss journey a habit of your everyday life. Well, I hope you start your journey today and stay positive.